Hello, crafty friends. How are you all doing in this heat wave? Or maybe you were in the wake of Hurricane Beryl. I don't know. How are you doing? I'm glad you're joining me here on Monday and hope that you are staying cool while you're crafting. Today, today's projects, I should say, we're going to do a couple of projects today. And I hope that you get inspired to try some of these to spread some love. Oh, forgot to turn off the sound. Oh, let's see. There we go. Hopefully, we won't be getting any other interruptions. So, this is, of course, my favorite bundle. We've talked about it before, the Mediterranean Blooms Suite, or you can buy them individually, the Citrus Blooms Stamp Set, the Citrus Blooms Dies, the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series Paper. But we're going to make some fun things today, kind of focusing on one little piece of this fun kit, this fun bundle, this little piece right here. This is the one that we're looking for. All right. And we will be using some of our beautiful paper to make not only a card, but a little gift or a favor that you could use. Let's see if we can. Perfect, perfect. All right, I think we're good to go now. Do we need a little extra light? I can't tell. Get a little extra light in there. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to know because when I turn on my overhead lights, it gives us shadows. So let's get started. Before I start stamping, though, I just wanted to mention bonus days, which is happening right now in July when you purchase $50. Each $50 that you purchase, you earn a $5 coupon. So if you order something from my stamping store, make sure it's at least $50 that you can use that $5 coupon towards any purchase. You can save them up, collect them all month long, and then you redeem them in August. Don't forget that, because I'd hate for you to be at $49 and then could have had, one more dollar and got something for $5 coupon for next month. So this cute little frame right here is part of the Citrus Blooms dies. And we're going to do two things. Let me see. First of all, let's make our card first. We're going to make a card. So I'm going to use a piece of our Designer Series paper. I'm using this one that has some little blossoms on one side and a very capri looking designed, very Italian, very Mediterranean, maybe wherever you'd like to be on the water. This is a 5.5 by 5-inch piece of paper, and we're going to fold it in half at 2.5 inches. So the 5.5 is going to be up and down. 5 inches is going to be side to side. Fold it in half like this. Doesn't have to be perfect. Well, as close as you can. Then we're going to do a little cutting. Say hello as you're coming in. Let's see, who have we got here? Carlene and Elaine. Hello, ladies. Are you coming to craft with me on Wednesday for our card class? And are you coming, if you're in Southern Utah, we will be doing a card class, a Happy Mail card class on Wednesday. Okay, put this into your die cutting machine, or cut and emboss today. We want to put this is the side with the fold right here, and I'm putting this die over the top of it just so that the designs match up pretty well. You don't want to go all the way to the fold because you do want it to cut off two sections, two pieces, but as close to the edge as you can get, and then we don't want it to be folded. We're going to cut it right in half. So we can cut 2 layers at a time with the cut and emboss machine. Crink, crackle, crack. Hopefully that's not your back. So when I pull it out, you'll see this was the folded piece. I don't need that piece, but I'm just showing you that it cut right off and gave me these 2 pieces like this. You will need either your trimmer or your Simply Scored. And we're going to measure this at 2 inches and then just give it a little score on the edge. So here's the design. The pattern is 2 inches on both of these. And then a little score on the edge, on the straight edge. It comes out to be about, let's see, what is it? About 3/8 of an inch on that side. But it doesn't matter. Just line up your design on the 2-inch side. Okay. All right, so we have our pieces cut. We have 2 of them, and they kind of match up nicely like that. That's why we did it that way. Now I have a 4-inch by 10.5-inch piece of white. This is going to be our card base plus, oh, I shouldn't have put that away yet. 5.5 by 4.25, Night of Navy. So those 2 are like that. I shouldn't have put my cut and emboss away, because one of the fun things about this suite and many of the Stampin' Up! Suites is that you can cut out not only the blooms right here, we've talked about it before, but I'm just making sure you know, not only the stamped image, right here we have 2. Okay, well, really, when you get it in there, this is not shown at the right size. That size and this size. So you can cut out part of your designer series paper. You don't even have to stamp and color. Isn't that awesome? It's all done. I will show you one later that I did color, stamp and color. Move that away for a moment. We're just going to cut out the design, making it easy. Hello, Nyla. It is going to be interesting, I hope. Anything that has some oranges or lemons on it, I have to have, right? For creative juice. But this is a great summertime, summer themed. It could be any time, I guess, especially if you live in Florida. All right, we have our pieces all here now. There's our pieces. Here's some more pieces. Here's some more pieces. You also need about 22 inches of ribbon. This is the navy and gold or glitter ribbon. Isn't that eye-catching? It definitely sparkles. So we're putting this together. It's actually, whoa, sorry, knocked over my trimmer. It's really a fast project when you have all the pieces. So I'm taking boho blue. You could use any of the blue. I think this is balmy blue or Night of Navy. And I'm going to apply some of this balmy blue right to the center of my card. Now it's going to be covered up. Usually I would start off my card, but this middle part is going to be covered up. So go ahead and just start in the middle and blend outwardly. If you don't like it, there's always a second side. Okay, so we'll just start again. I had some streaks, and I don't want streaks. I just want it to have some soft blue in the background. Remember, that dark blue in the middle is going to be covered up. Okay. And one of the interesting things about this card is that I'm not going to put any greeting on it. So it could just be a letter to a friend. You could add a greeting if you wanted it to have a specific purpose. But sometimes, do you always put greetings on your cards? Or do you sometimes leave them blank? Just never knowing what you might need. You can always add one later, right? So that gives it just a little background. See there? Okay, so that's our background. We're going to fold our 2 pieces like this and adhere them. I need to close my ink pad. By the way, I forgot to share with you. Let me give you this one. So this was the Mediterranean or the Citrus Blooms bundle. You get one of our bonus days coupons when you purchase that, because it's more than $60, more than $50. All right, I'm adding just a little bit of adhesive along that edge that is going to be folded behind our card. Just like this. Kind of gives it a gatefold look, feel for this card. Use your favorite adhesive. I'm using Seal Plus today. So you want it to be right on the edge and able to fold over the top. So you've got a gatefold, so it opens up like this. Then we'll just put that right onto our card base, our background, giving it just a little frame. It's amazing that just framing a card with a different or a darker color behind it makes it just pop right out. Oh, I lied. Let's see if we can get it off. I need to put my ribbon on first. Ooh, it's a good thing I didn't push hard. So fold your ribbon in half. Na, 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 na. There's my halfway point. I want it on the back. Now we can put it on. You get to see that there are no mistakes, just opportunities to do it better. Embellish. Okay, so there is, when you open it up, you've got a part that your card opens up like this. And these pretty little flaps have a fun design from the frame of our citrus blooms. So you'd write in it and you would tie it up. Here is an example that I did using the lemons. Okay, come on. Come on. We will make you work. You can use any of the paper. There's another version, different paper, slightly different. And when you open it up, there's the lemons. I did fussy cut these from one of the sheets of paper, but how about that? Don't you like that? So I didn't even put a greeting on it. You can wait and add one later if you'd like, but that's project number 1. Let's go to project number 2. I'm going to leave that open so that you can kind of see. You've got the lemons, you've got the orange version we just made. All right. Before I do the last project, the second project, I just wanted to show you an alternative. This one is created using that same shape right here. And then I turned it sideways and cut it halfway and then halfway to make the larger one down, the larger layer below it. I will try to put maybe a little video on my creativejuicebylani.com today so that you can see it. But this is the one that I stamped and colored in. This would make a beautiful wedding card, wouldn't it? Ooh, and the gold. Ooh, so sparkly. All right, the next little project, it was inspired by something I found in the store. These are lemon crisp Kit Kats. Oh my goodness. Let me just tell you, they're little tiny individually wrapped pieces and delicious. So delicious. So of course I had to do something with the lemons, right? Something fun with the lemons. So I have a couple of pieces here. I cut out that same pattern with my cut and emboss. And we want to score this one at 2 1/8 and 3 inches. Make sure you've got your scoring blade out, the light side. And so we're going to bring our edge out here, 2 1/8 and 3 inches. So you just take that end to the 3-inch mark and mark it, okay? So you've got 2 1/8 and 3 inches. Then I have another piece of cardstock. This is 2 7/8 by 4.5 inches. I think this would also fit, like if you had a chapstick you wanted to put in this would also work for that as a little gift packaging. You just need to make it maybe a little bit longer, depending on how much longer your chapstick was. But this one, 2 7/8 by 4.5, and we're just going to score all of the sides at 1 inch. So there's a 1 inch mark here on this side. It makes it really easy to do this kind of scoring. So we'll just do over here to 1 inch on the right side. I could do it the other way, but then it kind of hangs off the right side and isn't as easy. So just use that 1 inch mark on your right side as you're doing it. I think we've got all of the scoring done. Let me also show you that you can add the Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper to your order as well. And that's what we're using right now is this pretty lemon version of it. Now I'm going to score or fold along all of the score lines and use my bone folder or your fingers to give it a nice crisp edge. Then on the long side, and it's important that you do this on the long side, you're going to cut along those score lines to the intersecting score line and stop. So both sides along the long side. So you've got little flaps right here. And turn it over. I'm going to put adhesive, and I'm just using my Seal Plus again. You could use tear and tape if you want to use something that's a little different. And then put those flaps on the inside of your box and fold up the sides. So you've got a little container like this. This is where I said if your chapstick, if you were doing a chapstick gift in here, maybe you'd want to measure your chapstick. This is 3.5 inches long. So if your chapstick is longer, say it was 4 inches, this little piece was 4.5. You'd want to make it 4 3/4. You're going to add whatever the length is of your object that you're putting in here. Just add the extra amount to this number right here. So if it's 4.5 inches, or if your chapstick is not 3.5 inches long, which is this long, but it's like 4 inches, you're going to add a 1/2 inch to that number. I hope that made sense. All right, so we have, all right, let's see. Let me just change. Hold on, I'm just changing this so you can see where to order and take care that you order at least $50 during July so you can get that $5 bonus days coupon. If you order 100, you get 2 of them and do two coupons to redeem in August. All right, we're going to score, or we're going to fold along those score lines that we made on our shape, our frame, our big label. So we've got a little pouch. This goes right inside the bottom. Put a little adhesive if you'd like to hold it in place. I made it very, very simple. So you see you've got some extra space here. So you can make it as long as, how big is this? You can make it as long as an object that was almost 4 inches. No, that was wrong. Yeah, almost 4 inches. So it would definitely fit a chapstick if you had a chapstick or something. But okay, so I just wanted to make sure it's on the bottom there. There we go. Put in a couple of these cute little Kit Kats. So cute. So cute. What do you think? And I have a 1 inch by 8.5. We're going to cut it down a little bit, but I just did it longer, a little bit longer so that you can just wrap this around easily. So I put it in here, put it on the outside, and you can wrap and then kind of pinch along that edge and then wrap it and pinch along that edge. So you have a little bit of a handle here. You may want to take it off and then run a little bit of adhesive now so that it's easy. It sticks on there pretty easy in the middle. There you go. Then I'm just going to chop off the top a little bit. Leave a little bit of a handle right here that we want to add some ribbon to. So about 1 inch on top. This is what it looks like so far, around the edge, around the bottom. Just give you a little something to hold on to. We'll finish that top off by punching a hole. You can use a regular hole punch. Another piece of this beautiful sparkly ribbon. I was thinking this would be good to drop off to some of the people I minister to in my church this month. Or maybe somebody's had a really bad day. They've been handed a bunch of lemons. Well, you can help them make lemonade out of, or Kit Kat lemons out of a really yucky day with a little thoughtful gift. Let's see if I have enough to tie a bow. Nope, I'm just going to tie it. Just going to tie a knot. Well, maybe we will. Let's see if I can tie it upside down because this one's a little bit longer. That might give me just enough. Okay, well, we'll just kind of pretend like that one really works. Actually, I like it. It's upside down. It's cute. There's our little bow. Let's put a little, all we need now is a word. Maybe it's a thank you gift, a favor for a picnic lunch that you want to invite friends to. In this stamp set, we have this sentiment that says, you're the best kind of person. We're going to use that one. I have an inch wide piece of white cardstock by about 2.25 inches, I think. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Write markers. So this is not the Stampin' Blends. I'm using the Stampin' Write, and I'm using the large end, which is indicated by a wide line. This is the thin end that's indicated by the small line. So you can see the difference there. When was the last time you used your Stampin' Write markers here on your stamps? This is especially good for the red rubber stamps. It's a little harder on the photopolymer stamps, but it's great on these red rubber stamps. I'm going to leave off the B that says you're the best. I'm going to leave that B off and just color the rest of the words. You're the est kind of person. See where I'm going with here? See what's happening? You're the est kind of person. Well, we'll just change that, won't we? Use your writing side and just write, you're the zest kind of person. Oh, funny. All right, that one worked out pretty well. So I'm going to use that. We'll put a couple of dimensionals on it, pieces of dimensionals. I'm always good for a pun. It's always good for a pun. Thank you, Elaine, and thank you, Carlene. I always appreciate your comments. Comments make me know that I'm not just talking into the void. So there's this one. I made another one that if they were having a lemon kind of day. This one I used a sentiment from a different stamp set called Comforting Thoughts that says, I hope this is a feeling better kind of day. It's just kind of fun. So there you have all of these fun projects using this frame, kind of focusing on that frame today. Let's see what we can show you. Here's our card closed. Here's our card open. My goodness, that's a lot of fun. So many things you can do with a fun frame like that. I can't wait to see what you make with it. So share if you are part of my Creative Juice Crafters Corner group. I would love to have you share any projects you make there anytime with your Stampin' Up! Supplies. And remember again, July is our bonus days earning period. Don't forget to make sure that your order is at least $50 and collect those coupons to use next month. If it is your birthday this month in July, make sure that you also comment in my group, my Crafters Corner group, so that you can get a special offer this month as well. All right. Thank you so much. We will talk to you next Monday with more creative juice. You're welcome, Elaine. Thank you so much.